Hi there. So today's reading is going to be a pick a card, and it is about what are my psychic abilities. So I know that a lot of people have been not just awakening as in being enlightened, but they've been awakened and also have grown to have abilities and they don't really know what the hell's going on. So each pile is going to have several messages from your guides, as well as what you need to do to unblock your abilities, as well as how to improve them or practice them. That's what I'm aiming for. I have a variety of oracle decks in front of me, and I will be using tarot. But that's pretty much what's going on. So I just figured I'd let everyone know I'm a highly empathic psychic medium. I do consider myself a starseed. I have studied under a shaman and have continued studying shamanism. I have a wide variety of abilities. I talk to angels. I went through my awakening and am self-taught. And I only awakened this year, as far as I am aware. I believe that we have several awakenings as we evolve, become enlightened. Anyways, pile 1, 2, 3. So, excuse me. The reason why I have the cards like this, and that's all you're seeing, is because I am meant to teach, and I want to teach people intuition. I want people to start using their intuition more. I feel like that for too long we haven't been, it's almost like we're not allowed to use our intuition or something along the lines of that. Anyways, we won't go into it. But 1, 2, and 3, I think it's backwards, but that's okay. 1, 2, 3. So I want you to take a big deep breath, hold for 5, and release for 5. Do that a couple times. Pause the video if you have to, but just ask yourself, what are my psychic abilities? How can I, and I am asking from the highest perspective. Ask your higher self, call upon your higher self and your guides. If you don't know what you're doing, by the way, because I know there's a lot of people that watch this and they're like, okay, they're here. It's like, no. I mean, do what you want, obviously, but make sure that when you call upon your guides, you're calling upon your ancestors, those of light and love, peace and strength and truth. Highest perspective, the ones that want the best for you. Okay? And usually your higher self, your soul, already knows what's best for you. It's just waiting for you to listen. Which, when you are listening to your soul, it's when you use your intuition. Because your intuition don't lie. Energy doesn't lie. But anyways, doesn't lie, excuse me. So now I'll give y'all a second. Pause the video if you have to. Okay, so this is pile 1. We are going with this card. Sorry, just writing down the time. Okay, so pile 1. What are your psychic abilities? What energy do you have going on? I sense it's almost like y'all, this pile, whoever picked this pile, honestly, you have most likely, you think you have abilities, but you haven't really looked into them. We have the 7 Star Sisters, Birthing Creations, Tapestry of Life, Expression. You haven't really looked into them because you're not sure of what's really even going on. It's almost like you lived a plain Jane life, or, you know, like a Pleasantville life, and too many. And by living that life, it's almost like you're like, am I a magician? Well, guess what? You are. Anyways, so let's see what we got here. Then we have You're Not Alone, Isolation, Physical Connection, Community. You see, I feel like that, if anything, this pile also, you haven't really discussed what's going on with you a whole lot because you're afraid of what others may think. You're trying to work through judgment. Again, I feel like that a lot of you have recently awakened or have recently had a very hardcore solar plexus, or possibly third eye awakening. It was a rude awakening. You literally had your third eye just, bow! Okay. Sometimes that does happen. It happened to me. I feel like that your intuition has been hitting you very hard about different situations, and I feel like that you haven't really been practicing enough because you don't necessarily know how to practice it. See, this is why I'm doing these readings. Anyways, I sense more of a mystic, shamanic energy, possibly witchy, vibe off this pile. You might associate yourself as a starseed, but I'm not getting starseed energy. I'll be honest with you. Some of you need to start tuning more into the earth. You need to tune more into the earth because, let's say, astrology doesn't matter here, by the way. Like, when it comes to abilities, honestly, everyone has such a wide variety, okay? Wide variety of abilities and birth charts. Anyway, sorry, I'm channeling. I feel like that... Okay, so when I say this is going to help you, okay, you need to listen to more earthy noises. Say it sounds stupid. I don't care. Trust me. This is why I say whatever comes to my mind, because when I do whatever comes to my mind, the most random things, y'all, just good luck happens. Because it's listening to my intuition. My soul's like, hey, go do this. Go do this. And then I'm like, that's the weirdest thing. And I go and do it, and something works out well for me. You see, that's what happens when you listen to your intuition. So I feel like that y'all need to listen to more earthy sounds. Like let's say you meditate. If you're used to listening to frequencies, spice it up. Listen to bird noises. Listen to waterfalls. Listen to, if anything, a crackling bonfire. I've meditated to that with shamanic drum beats in the background. This is definitely a very earthy pile. Some of you are looking in the wrong place when it comes to how to practice your abilities. You need to stay grounded. This pile, it is absolutely necessary that you ground yourself at least once a day. When I say ground, I say I want you to sit down and take several deep breaths for like at least 5 minutes a day, so that you start just automatically setting the tone with being calm. Like, let's say you wake up and you do it. You just sit up at the edge of your bed and do it. I don't sense negativity. I'm just telling you to help you with your vibrations. Because this is it's not low vibrational pile. Like, I don't sense toxicity or anything like that. But I'm saying if you want to raise your vibrations. And who doesn't want to raise their vibrations? That's the whole point. Anyways, is to do that and think to yourself, I'm going to have a good day. It is going to be a wonderful day. Many great things are going to happen today. I am so excited for today. Think stuff like that. Things just completely positive. You don't have to have a reason why. Don't put any reason behind it. Just be like, I'm going to have a hell of a day. It's going to be a great day. It's going to be a great night. When you do that while you're breathing, it's going to help you stay grounded, but it's going to raise your vibrations at the same time. Think of a slinky. Okay? That will help you. You need to stay grounded. When you're more grounded, you're more in tune with your soul. You're more in tune with your soul. You're more in tune with your intuition. Do you understand? So, I sense some of you, and we're going there, folks. Some of you, I haven't really gotten to the cards yet, but I'm channeling. Some of you have such strong energy and abilities that you can communicate with the Fae. You see, this isn't talked about a whole lot, but I'm going there because if y'all have seen what I've seen, doesn't matter what I'm doing, who I'm with, what state of mind I'm in, and yes, I'm using thimbles. You should see some of the things I've seen. Some of you have noticed, because it's coming to me, and it's happened to me, some of you have noticed, like, you've gone out in nature and you've seen the most random things, like, it could be a fern and it just grew in a completely ridiculous way. It could be trees shaped into letters constantly. It could be like you have a thought, a bird flies by it. You have another thought, the same bird flies by. Or you're thinking in your, in a form of meditative state, and you're driving and you're walking or something, and then a bird is flying above you the whole way. This is a shamanic as F pile. And I got mad respect for you. I'm just saying. You need to get, like, one thing that helped me, this pile, is to have more It's going to help you get more in tune, okay? You need to have plants in your home. I'm talking about you need to have flowers. Like me, I am very in tune with the earth. I have a very shamanic guide. I have done shamanic practices almost my whole life without realizing it because I didn't know I could manipulate and work with energy. I acknowledged it this year. It's crazy, and some of you guys can do that too. I feel like the majority of you that pick this pile also are very healed. That's why you can go into the dark and bring what's in the dark and from the dark into the light. Some of you might have a spirit animal totem of a black cat or a black panther. I see the kind of eyes, the majority of you, the one that you have been seeing or see has like a honey hazel colored. Some of you do have like that aquamarine-ish color too. That's the colors of the panther I see anyways. Some of you, when you go to meditate, you need to call in your spirit animal totems. If you've been seeing the same spirit animal, you've been seeing the same bird. Don't matter if you like it or not. It could be some ugly bird, some bird you don't care. It could be a flamingo. Okay? You need to call upon that spirit animal when you meditate because it's going to have information or knowledge or traits or things for you because you're honoring it by giving it attention. Does that make sense? I feel like that shamans have always been tied in with the fae for some reason anyways, because shamans are very much of the earth. If anything, you have to have one of the purest of souls to be a shaman, to be a true shaman. I'm a shaman and I had no idea. I had no idea until I could sit there and I was studying under a shaman because I was trying to gain control of my abilities. And he sat there and he was like, you're the best student. I'm not stroking my own ego. You're the best student I've ever had. Because I've already been doing half the stuff he was telling me or teaching me how to do my whole life. And I didn't know it. And I feel like a lot of you in this pile, you are probably in the same situation if I'm reflecting so much on myself right now. Some of you need to pay attention to your dreams. Make sure that you actually document your dreams. If you are not writing them down, you need to grab your phone. Don't be lazy. I don't care what you do for a living. No offense. Good vibes. But I'm saying grab your phone when you wake up and you hit that record button on a voice memo or a voice recorder and you record your dream. You leave it there and then you go back to it when you're in a clear state of mind and you listen to that. I've done that so many times. It's great. Anyways, so how about I stop channeling and, well, I mean, I'm pretty much telling you everything that we have, so whatever. I do a lot of messages and stuff. That's too many. I'm not taking that. So with the 7 Star Sisters Birth and Creations, again, I feel like with that energy, you see, if you have a shamanic influence, this is loosen your grip, coping mechanisms, density, addiction, let God in. Exactly. I feel like that with the 7 Star Sisters, to me, it's saying that make sure that, yes, you are of the earth, but yes, you have to deal with what's not of the earth. Again, some of you might be mixed. I have starseed energy. I have shamanic energy. I have mystic energy. I have, let's not go into it. Okay. Anyways, and it's not discussed enough. And I'm willing to take that leap of faith and talk about it. Anyways, y'all need to embrace it. Embrace it. The time is now to embrace what you are, to embrace what you have yet to become, to embrace. Some of you, it just happened to me. Some of you can see into the 5D because you see the 3D is the 3rd dimension is mushing with the 5th dimension. Okay. That's not discussed enough either. So there's going to be a whole bunch of people that are going to be out of their damn minds in a few months because, oh my gosh, I'm channeling still. I'm so sorry, y'all. They're going to be out of their minds because of what is going to happen, because the energies are going to shift so hard. So those of us that are already enlightened and are embracing who we are, if anything, we're going to be reaping the benefits because we'll be like, yeah, I've been prepared for this for a year, for months, my whole life. a lot of people aren't fortunate to get to that because they choose to not do it free will. I believe in free will. I feel like this pile does too. Anyways, just make sure that when you deal with the 5D, always be protected. You call upon your guides when you go into a deep meditative state and you do shamanic journey. You do not just go into it. I mean, you walk in light, yes, but you're going into the dark, and it's always good to have a backup. Okay? Sometimes you go so far deep, you're not ready for it, because you got to remember, you're going into your subconscious. You can do that, and you can do that for people too. You can go into their subconscious and pull out. You need to remember that when you're being feisty, shamans, mystics too, you remember that people can't do that, and a lot of people don't even realize. That's why it's subconscious. A lot of people don't even realize how impacted they are, how they have such trauma they haven't even yet processed, but you see it. You see it. You can look at someone, and you can, there's some people like me, I can look at someone's name and I know their energy. Some of you can do that too. That's why I'm telling you to protect yourselves. I don't care where you are. You wear some selenite, you have some black tourmaline, moonstone, lapis lazuli. There's a few I could think of. Of course, tiger's eye. Tiger's eye is a must. But you start wearing that, okay? You're going to start seeing things a lot clearer. You're going to be able to start trusting your intuition more. Some of you are picking up on telepathic messages from people. Some of them are intentionally sending to you. They're able to do that because they're part of your mission or of your life in some significant way, or else they wouldn't be able to tap in. Understand? Okay? That's why I'm teaching intuition. So anyways, so loosen your grip. I feel like that some of you really need to let go of the reality that you're currently in, as far as what would happen if I fell, but what would happen if I flew, if I made it. Excuse me, my throat made a weird sound. So with the 7 star sisters, again, remind yourself that yes, you deal with the 5D, you need to be protected. Make sure, excuse me, make sure that you remember to be willing to take a leap of faith. You are the adventurous ones. Do you understand? You are the adventurous ones. Like starseeds, yes, it's mainly about being galactic. Nothing against starseeds. I'm part starseed. Anyways. But being a shaman, it's of the earth. Do you see what I'm saying? It's of the earth. And the earth is so beautiful and wonderful. And I feel like that the majority of you that picked this pile feel as deeply about it as I do. You're not alone. You might have always felt the need to do things like, let's say you would go for a walk and you'd pick up trash, things like that, or you'd go for a drive and pick up trash, just random things like that, or even just donating, constantly donating to animals, anything for the universe, really. You just feel drawn to do it. You don't do it to be a good person. I mean, some of you do, obviously, because you just want to be a good person. But you just do it because you feel called to do it. So I feel like that some of you have realized that you are actually being called to do things. So let's get some more energies for pile 1. This is going to be a long video. Oh, well. So what else can they do to get tuned into their abilities? What vibration should they get into to tune well into their abilities, as far as what is blocking them? How can we clear it? Some of you, good job. Thank you. That was right off the bat. Some of you, please do something as simple as get a deck of oracle cards. If you are a man, yo, this is, I mean, you're like, I don't want to get no tarot cards, but you need to practice your intuition, bud. Okay. These are Sacred Geometry, I believe. You can find them right on Amazon. They're that easy. You can probably find decks like this too, or you can get tarot decks. Not all of them are super girly. You know what I mean? Not all of them are. Like, guess this one is, I guess, but the other Moonology deck, I mean, really. I suggest you get some oracle cards to practice your intuition. That's a good base, okay? So let's see. Base, start, foundation. That's how I started practicing my intuition, and it helped a lot. What does that say? Y'all, third eye chakra. Practicing your intuition. Anyways, the frequency of the third eye chakra, the indigo flower of life, supports our intuition, our inner knowing, our imagination, and our psychic powers. So I feel like that this is the main thing that this pile needs to do. I feel like the majority of you are of a very mature personality. Let's say, I mean, this is whoever. You can be 20 years old and be more mature than a 60-year-old. It's true. Excuse me. It's very true. Anything else? We have divine feminine. So some of you, I feel like, excuse me, and the numbers here are 6 and 21. With the frequency of the divine feminine, it supports our receptive, nurturing, and soft side. See, exactly, when it comes to the third eye chakra, you have to make sure it is protected. Anoint it, if you would like. I still do it sometimes. I made my own oil, though. Sometime soon. I should share that recipe because it works really well. But, see, I work with the earth. My oil is literally a few drops of different essential oils, sunflower oil, all with specific intentions and timing put into it, by the way. So, anyways, anoint your third eye every day. If you just want to be, just want to go ahead and grab some like tea tree oil, just a little dab, and then set it with the intention, because since you have these abilities, you can work with energy. Like, I wouldn't be surprised. See, my hands are really red because I've been doing energy work. This is energy work. You see? See what I'm saying? Look at your hands sometimes, see what you see. Some of you can even, some of you need to look at your inner arm sometimes. I don't care if I sound crazy anymore. Look at your arm sometime and see if you have, I'm not the only one. I know so many other people that once I brought it to their attention, they started looking at it and they would see letters and numbers, like codes. I know I sound crazy, dude, but I know I'm not the only one. And obviously I wouldn't be inclined to say it if this pile didn't resonate. Okay. So, that's almost like another thing that you need to be able to accept, is the fact that you are a magnificent being and everything evolves over time in all ways. So let's move on to, let's get some tarot. So I'm going to be using the Cosmic Tarot. So what can this pile do in their daily life? Because we're still human, we got jobs and stuff. What can they do to protect their energy, or what can they do? Where should they start as far as their shamanic upbringing, if they're shamans or mystics? Some of you need to pay more attention to history. You need to go in and make sure that you are actually getting the right information. Let's say you look up some documentaries, make sure that you actually pay attention to the documentaries and pick up the lessons, because there's things from the lifetime that you lived during that stage of history or the location of it that you need to be familiar with, because they're going to be associated with the signs that are coming to you from your higher self. Good. So, anything else? Sorry, y'all. That's how I channel. If it comes to me, I say it. And I know I talk fast, but if you could see all the messages, you would understand. And some of you do see a lot of messages in your head. You just don't know what's going on. But anyways. Bow, 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 bow. So we have the Five of Pentacles and the Five of Swords, y'all, with the World card and the King of Pentacles. So I see this as a cycle closing. I also feel like that some of you, after this reading, are going to, if anything, if you feel like the Five of Pentacles and you feel a little lost because this is resonating so hard, you need to possibly get a hold of a good shaman, get a hold of a good mentor, or be a good study. Study different readers that are honest and blunt like me. Do your own research. Okay? Not every reader is blunt like me. I say what comes to my mind. I say what I'm channeled to say, and that's why I talk so weird sometimes. Anyways, then we have the Five of Swords. Don't allow yourself to be conflicted either. Don't stay here and feel like that, because you're going to have to change your old life and really step into the power that you truly have. Don't sit in this energy of bull honky you. Don't sit in the energy of bullshit. Pardon my language, but rise above it, dude. I mean, because you're beginning a new cycle where you're gonna be, I just threw that darn card. You're beginning a new cycle by closing out this cycle, by embracing what you really are. See what I'm saying? You are, if anything, beginning anew. So that's pretty much what I got for you, pile one. That was intense as hell. So if you would be interested in a reading so you can look further into your abilities, or you want some more guidance, please feel free to contact me. My information is down below. So thank you, pile one. So we're moving on to pile two. So pile two, you chose this card. So I believe that was the right card, but this is pile two. Anyways, so what are the abilities, the psychic abilities, and how can they clear them? What can I get for pile two? Some of you need to start paying attention to the different energies that you feel around you. You are definitely highly sensitive empaths here. I sense chaos and fear. Stop. Stop. If you're an empath, those are so easy for you to feel because you pick up other people's feelings, even if they think about you. Even if they think about you, they're not even around you, they think about you, you are that sensitive, you could pick it up immediately. Immediately. Ooh, this person really doesn't like me after all. Ooh, this person is like terrified. You're going to start realizing other people's emotions. You see what I'm saying? You need to be able to, this pile, you need to be able to dissociate. See, there's a reason why I put this down like this. Disassociate your emotions from other people so they don't get mixed. Do you see what I'm saying? You really need to learn it. This includes grounding. Yes. I just mentioned pile one, and I'm going to mention it probably to the next pile too. You need to meditate, a form of meditation, at least 5 minutes a day. If it means that you need to start out with listening to music and driving, go ahead and do that. If it means painting, go ahead and do that. If it means that you can sit still and just clear your mind like a darn, I don't know, Cyclops. I don't know why I said that. Then good for you. Do it. You block energy. You're sensitive to energy. You block energy. The majority of you have mediumship capabilities too. So you're not just picking up the energies of the living, you're picking up the energies of the past, which means that you can also deal with the 5D. Do you understand? I feel a witchy energy off this mixed with starseed. I don't feel any shaman. Which means that you need to study starseeds. You need to study whatever. Do something that's of light though, because that's what this channel's about. Anyway. So can I get some cards from pile two? Pile two, what it do? Big picture thinking, Pleiades energy, visionary, inspired ideas. I love this deck. So this to me is, hello, is it me you're looking for? The door to freedom of dealing, I can't even hold this card, with difficult bullhunky energies. Yes, I'll look at the clock, it's 29:29. Yes, it is. Y'all need to start wearing obsidian. Start wearing obsidian. Make sure that you are protected. We have a new earth that's happening. Keep holding the vision. And called soul gifts and training. It's time to step up. You see, when you are able to differentiate your energy from others' energy, You clear your mind faster. You're less worried. It rises the vibration of yourself. And when you're less worried, people around you are less worried. There's less tension. Things will flow easier. Again, you are sensitive to energy. It's not just emotions that you feel too. You feel people's thoughts. Okay? You need to I want you to write this down, stick it in a sticky note, stick it in your wallet. I don't care. Any energy that does not belong to me, that is not for my highest, utmost good, is to leave me now. Any energy that is mine, that is being taken from me blindly, is to come back to me now. I am sovereign. I claim sovereignty. Oh, while taking deep breaths. But you need to say that. If at first you don't feel safe or comfortable saying that, you get yourself a handy dandy clear quartz. Helps clear energy. Okay? Get a clear quartz. Get selenite, black tourmaline, obsidian. Yeah. That's I also suggest that you get amethyst because y'all are so sensitive. You could probably be having a wonderful day and then go out and just go to the store and end up having the worst day ever after going to the store because first you picked up some crappy energy. It is that easy for you to pick up energy. It is that easy. Let's say someone went and got gas, use the same gas pump right after them. It is that easy. Wash your hands more too. Oil up your hands. You can use an essential oil and it helps. It's clearing your energy. You see, this is honey. This is queen bee. It's a power blend. It's for, I use it for when I do work. But it's helping me clear my energy too. Drinking water. Drink more water. Yes, it's healthy for you, but it also helps you clear your energy. Don't you ever, like, notice, like, I mean, I don't know. Let's say you usually drink a lot of juice or Powerade or soda or what have you. Do you ever notice that when you take a sip of water and you haven't drank just plain water such a long time that your throat feels like it's coated with gold? Like it just feels so good. You need to clear your energy more. Okay? I feel like that some of you that have the mediumship abilities, when you do this, I mean, do what you want. I don't suggest a Ouija board. Everyone is all for the effing Ouija board. Guess what? It is much better, like me, when I channel. Sometimes, like I'm channeling right now. I'm barely pulling any cards, y'all. I'm just tapping in. If you doubt what I am, don't watch me. Anyways, you gotta remember, this is for anybody who watches it at all. So, anyways, not trying to be sassy, but I'm standing in my power, and I'm a highly sensitive empath. And this pile is calling me to tell you that you need to take better care of your emotions. Treasure yourself. Guard your energy. Guard it. Guard it. What if you're being held back from meeting the true love of your life? What if you're being held back from doing what you really want to do, doing what your soul wants to do because of other people's energy? Ooh, I felt that pile too. I felt that. Y'all are gonna, like, you have a lot of clearing you're gonna do, and you're gonna do it. I'm done fucking around. I feel like that some of you have been lost for a long time. A new earth. See, it's almost like you've been lost for so long, you know that there's going to be change no matter what. Let's see what we can get off of the other deck. I feel like this pile already has good intuition. I feel like your intuition has always been linked with your empathic abilities, and I feel like that's why, if anything, you got so heavy there for a second, because that energy was flat out. Are you serious? Really? I know this all. Like, that's what I'm hearing. So we have alchemy. Didn't I say that you deal with energy? You are sensitive to energy, and I'm sensitive to that damn ring light. The frequency of alchemy activates our magical ability and remembrance of the magic that we all hold inside. Each one of us has the potential to access the ancient knowledge that allowed the true alchemist to perform the miracles of transmutation. Your job when you go out into the world and you do it, whether you think you know how to do it or not, that's what you don't understand. It's in your blood. It's in your spine. Okay? Do you understand? It is who you are. You were born with it. Embrace it. Don't run from it. And don't manipulate it either. You are born to deal with energy. You wonder why even, like, let's say physical sensations are way more intense to you, it seems, than to other people. Or you have a very high pain threshold and it makes no sense. 35, when I looked at that. It is because you're able to manipulate energy. Okay, don't sit here and go, and I felt that for a second. Don't sit here and go test it out and be like, I want to go cut myself and see if I feel it. No. And I apologize if I offended anyone. I'm not trying to offend, but I literally felt that little ting, and I don't want anyone, no one, to hurt themselves because I triggered them. Okay, I'm just being polite. Anyways, but do not obviously test it out. Anyways, so with the Alchemy card, I feel like that some of you need to practice. Get into Reiki. I feel Reiki hardcore for this group. Reiki will help you. Okay, if you don't want to deal with crystals, learn the energy Reiki with your hands, okay? Anyways, let's see if we can get one more. Oops, we got 3 more. And we have Tantric Journey. What did I say about feeling more? The frequency of Tantric Journey helps us to unlock the hidden knowledge and wisdom that we intrinsically hold about how to reach a state of wholeness and completion through our sensual experiences with ourselves and with another. Then we have Solar Plexus Chakra. The numbers are 8, 42, 3, and 9. Solar Plexus Chakra, the frequency of Solar Plexus Chakra. Manifestation, super sensitive to energy. Alchemy. Anyways, supports our sense of self, our personal power, and our willpower. What did I say about standing your ground? This pile needs to remember who the F they are. You're not just a human. You are a brilliant being. You're a brilliant, wonderful human being. Starseed. Alien. Whatever you want to go with, okay? I feel like that some of you need to dig a little bit more into your passion and affection and touching people. I feel like that some of you, I know for the longest time, I hated, I mean, at least 20 years of my life, I hated people touching me. Like, unless you're dating me, don't touch me. I've like worked on that, and I've realized now why. I never realized it before, but I realize now why. Now I'm like, I'm ready to try it out now that I know how to control it. I'm like, you know, I mean, it's different. Whatever. Anyways, moving forward. Y'all need to make sure that you sage often. If you don't want to use the smoke, get something like this. This is Archangel Michael White Sage Smudge Spray for clearing and protection from healthemasses.com. Anyways, we have allowance. The frequency of allowance invites us to be open to whatever comes our way without judgment, without opinion, without fear, and without a resistance. If you are an HSE, you are like automatically a master manifester. Okay? You can manipulate energy. You understand how energy works. You figure it out. And if you haven't yet, you're going to. Make sure that you stay tuned in and really realize what's your emotion. If you pick up an emotion and it is from a dumbass MFer, okay? You're just angry for no reason. Like you just got done hanging out with this person and you're not angry for them. You're just plain old angry. They bitch about their life or something. Excuse me. They complain. They're having a hard time. But they never change anything. And they're so down in their life. And they sit there. You are going to pick up that energy and you're going to be like, oh, I am so down in the dumps. But why? I have a beautiful family. I have a beautiful partner. I have a beautiful job. I have all these beautiful things going for me and coming to me. Why do I'm so angry because I'm picking up this mother effer's energy. That's how sensitive you are. Don't believe me. Pay attention to yourself. Anyways. when we allow, the universe becomes our partner in the wondrous dance of existence and expansion. I feel like pile 2, besides being HSE and a medium, and an energy alchemist. That's what I really feel off this pile. I feel like that, I already mentioned meditating. What else can pile 2 do to really get to where they want to be? As far as their psychic abilities, protection, whatever information I can get for those that are called upon to, well, I'm not called upon, but those that wish to watch pile 2. Free will. You all are severely affected by the moon phases. Severely affected. Go in your birth chart, or go look at the day that you were born and look at what phase the moon was in, okay? If anything, have the time, but look at what phase the moon was in, okay? The day that you were born. It can hold great energy because I have noticed it about myself too, okay? So it's not like I'm pulling this out of my ass. Anyways, sorry, I'm just saying. I'm not going to say what cycle the moon was in either, but look at what cycle the moon was in when you were born and see how you usually feel. Keep track of how you usually feel on that day, okay? I think it'll just depend. But anyways, we have the Two of Swords, the Princess of Cups, the Hierophant, and the Five of Cups. Pile 2, I feel like that some of you, again, do you see, you need to be able to protect your emotions. Yeah, she's covering that cup. Cup is usually emotions. I feel like that you need to make sure that you're reserving your energy and not giving it out so freely either. Be wise. Be kind and compassionate, yes, but be wise. Really learn the balance with the Hierophant and the Five of Cups. I feel like that it's honestly honoring the change and the development of your own emotions so that you can be a better influence for those around you too. So if you feel like it's selfish, if anything, it's not. It's selfish to not do it. To master and control your emotions and also help others with it. Okay, just by being an example. See? So, bottom of the deck is the Ace of Swords. Thank you so much, pile 2. I'm moving on to pile 3. Pile 3. Just trying to write down the time. Okay, so how about the energy for pile 3? So what's going on for those that feel like watching pile 3 and their abilities? This pile, if you don't believe in this stuff and you have abilities, you think you're just crazy. You're not. Whoever that's for, you're not. You have abilities. Why you wouldn't even, your subconscious and your soul wouldn't even allow this video to grace your presence if you didn't have abilities. That is how it all works. But you see, everyone lives in denial. We've been taught denial, and I feel like this pile is in denial. I know, it's not just a river in Egypt. So, what else for pile 3? So some of you are living in fear also. One of y'all is just straight up skeptical. I don't know why I said it like that. The rest of you are just honestly terrified, and you're like, is Harry Potter real? I just heard that. Is Harry Potter real? Anyway, so let's see what we can get for pile 3. Y'all, this is a weird mixture of people. You probably just picked it because of the number 3. But anyways, my earring. So. Some of you have like such creepily good intuition that when you chose this video, you already knew I was going to say something like that. The Cosmic Heart, devotion, potency, make your life a moving prayer. I feel like that some of you have, if anything, not been using your intuition properly though, but you know that your intuition is almost spot on. You can predict the future. Your intuition is so good. Some of you have had premonitions, and if you have an obsessive amount of deja vu and you are like predicting so many things in your life and you're like, why I can't do that? I'm just aligned. No, you are like a prophet of sorts. And if you have strong intuition, you're supposed to use it anyway. So we have Hyra, I always say it wrong. Hyraeth? I don't know. Hyraeth? I think that's right. Longing for home, homesick for the stars. I do feel like that some of you are definitely, not just because of that and this card or anything like that. Sorry, Mercury retrograde. And Scorpio, of course. So it's like, I'm trying to like dig in deep for y'all and I'm getting all tongue-tied. Anyways. Then we have Messenger, Sirius energy. Bring harmony and balance. You see, it's so funny because the last pile got Pleiadian energy and then this pile is getting Sirian energy. I could definitely tell it's Starseed, but it's definitely not the same. This pile, you need to start making sure that you are doing your studies, doing your research. Yes, believe in your intuition, but make sure that you're using your intuition too. You have to start practicing it like every day. Okay? Practice it. You have really strong intuition, but you have to believe it. And if you start actually believing it and allowing it to work, I sense this pile is more intuitive than empathic. My last pile was super empathic. This pile is way more intuitive. I said it's nerds. Nerds! Anyways, so some of you need to invest in moonstone. You don't necessarily have to wear it as jewelry, but you need to have it by your bed at night. Okay? Some of you need to sleep with frequencies on at least once a week. I'm seeing 528 to, not 528 2, it's 528 hertz. 963 is 1. I want to say 428 is the other one. Listen to one of those three, or 780. Is it 788 or 780? That one too. One of those, listen to it when you sleep, okay? You're going to get downloads with no words. I'm not talking about sleep affirmations. I'm talking about frequency. Okay? Some of you need to spend more time in the water. You see, everyone thinks that water is just empathy, right? Because of emotions and stuff. But technically, emotions are... Your intuition hits. Like, you know it's your intuition when it hits you and you have no emotion to it. That's intuition, because that's your soul being like, wham, there you go. Fluorite is another good crystal this pile needs to get. That I would suggest possibly wearing a piece or carrying it in your pocket. Some of you do have spirit animals. I sense that hardcore. I mean, everyone has spirit animals, but I only bring it to like this, like someone has a spirit animal and that shows this pile, and it's like you absolutely don't believe that you are what you are or something like that. I think you're the skeptical one. Stop. Anyways, I'll tell you the ones I see. I see a hedgehog. I see a dolphin. I see a dove. I see an alligator. Another kind of porpoise. Not an narwhal. What the hell is that? Look it up. I see it. It's white. It's not a narwhal and it's not a dolphin. I can't think of the name of it. When you see those animals, pay attention to what's going on around you, as well as look up those animals, because those animals, it might be the traits that you're carrying currently. Does that make sense? So, let's get some more energies for pile 3. What is going on with pile 3 as far as their abilities? Because it's all been about intuition and really strengthening it and believing in it. Because I feel like that some of you might have some leadership qualities that are going to come handy in the future. Cool. Anyways. I ain't doing that. We have delight. The frequency of delight supports our capacity to create and experience feelings of intense joy and happiness. The more delight we feel, the more delight we evoke in others. Pile 3, I feel like that this pile, I felt a more serious energy too. Anyways, but I mean serious with an E-R-I-O-U-S, okay? Mother of Pearl. My darn light. Oh, well. Divine Masculine energy. The frequency of Divine Masculine supports our strong, focused, and active side, allowing it to express itself while helping us to bring our dreams and ideas into form with kindness and wisdom. I'm not even going to pause it to fix it because I'm in the zone. Auto zone. Anyway, so I feel like that this pile needs to be able to learn how to give their energy better, as well as they need to be able to remind themselves to be a little bit more lighthearted, a little more easygoing, a little bit more fun, if anything, because you need to be able to, yes, you have a serious role, you have serious abilities, you have insanely good intuition, okay, but you need to actually believe in it and allow yourself to lighten up and have fun. True fun, because when you're more in tune with your inner child, I feel like this probably needs to do some inner child work to help unbox some of their third eye. I feel like third eye is open, but it could be way more open. Like, let's say someone just, like, their third eye is, like, this big. Like, there we go, this big. Your third eye is, like, this big. You see what I'm saying? That's a toucan, by the way. Might resonate. Anyways, I feel like, my gosh, y'all are having a hard time talking. The other piles wasn't having such a hard time talking. And I could talk for days. Anyways, pile 3, I feel like that you need to actually allow yourself to feel. I feel like that your heart chakra might be a little bit blocked, as well as your sacral. Listen to some frequencies and do some intuitive painting if that'll help, intuitive writing, things like that. But I suggest you listen to frequencies. For a good amount of you, actually, what would really help is if you listen to, listen to like old symphonic classical, my ears are ringing, old symphonic classical music with like pianos and oboes and bassoons and violins and cellos and stuff. Listen to that. It's gonna be good for you. Okay, so what else can we get for pile 3? The messages for the first 2, I feel like that this pile might be more advanced in their journey already, but they haven't really embraced the psychic at all. Not enough in a way, anyways. So some more info for pile 3. That's too many. You're ignorant. Not you guys. My people, anyways. Nine of Pentacles. I feel like that some of you also need to do some past life regression work. We have Temperance. We have the Lovers, the Seven of Wands, and the Tower. So some of you need to look up some Egyptian deities like Osiris or Isis, Ra, Heket Mat. I always say her name weird, I'm sorry. You need to look more to Greek and Roman mythology as well, because you might be honing in the energies or have the energy of Zeus, or I sense more of a warrior energy or like a Hermes energy. No, not really Hermes, actually, not gonna lie. I'm feeling Mercurian energy because of Mercury in retrograde. So pardon me, it has nothing to do with y'all. Some of y'all need to look at your 8th house placements in your chart and see what you're transforming into. If anything, I feel like that the Seven of Wands is the conflict that you have around you that you're not really handling well because you're not listening to your intuition. And I feel like the Tower is going to be like, boom, solar plexus, hardcore opening and attaching to your third eye so that you see clearer, because you go from the Seven of Wands to the Lovers. I also feel like that some of you, it would help when I said, I think I said spend time by the water. Invest in mood water. You are somewhat influenced by the moon, but I feel like that you're more influenced by the sun. So make sure that you get some sunlight every day, even if it's cold out. Get some sunlight, okay? Even if you have it on your TV screen and you have a heater by you, I don't care. It's the energy of it. So we have the Ten of Swords, the Queen of Wands, and I feel like that means that I am done. So I thank y'all so much for watching. If you'd like to get a detailed reading, look further into your abilities, help me get a better light. Just kidding. Anyways, please feel free to contact me, angelsofcosmicrevolution.com, and thank you so much.